Hello everyone and welcome to His Author's Voice, and I am the author, Jack Sanger. The following short story occurred to me after watching a couple of documentaries, seemingly unrelated. One was about how plants communicate with each other, and the other was about how we might deflect asteroids from their journey to crash into the earth and cause another ice age. I hope you like it. Antidote. The international team at NASA was watching its screens for the impact of the new space dart on an asteroid. Their reactions to their motorcar-sized battering ram's collision was being filmed live to be sent around the world. Following their first successful mission, the deflection of the moonlet Dimorphos in its orbit around the asteroid Didymos, the first time humanity purposefully changed the motion of a celestial object, the NASA administrator said at the time, "This mission shows that NASA is trying to be ready for whatever the universe throws at us. NASA has proven we are serious as a defender of the planet." This second deflector space dart had been launched on an even longer journey to deflect the trajectory of an asteroid proper, not merely a tiny moonlet. It would take 2 years. The asteroid in question, named Irene, was a surprise late choice, having been discovered only months before. Its trajectory would take it close to Earth. Its orbit seemed to have taken it past the galaxy's central black hole. It also seemed to contain more than ice. Spectral analysis showed dense features, including heavy metals. Irene was nicknamed Donut because of its resemblance to the sweet. Computer predictions suggested that the impact of the space dart would effect a tiny deflection, pushing the asteroid further away from the Earth as it passed. It was 48 hours after this impact, and the first images were about to arrive. Seen through the dart's scanners, Donut would loom into view, be seen in close-up, and then everything would go blank on collision. Telescopes on Earth would review the damage to Donut's surface and begin to chart any changes in the asteroid's trajectory. A hush descended on the NASA team as their screens flickered into view and the dart's transmission data streamed through. There was Donut, a tiny dot becoming larger by the millisecond. Dart rushed towards it, travelling at a colossal speed. But suddenly, impossibly, it slowed. The scientists watched in disbelief as the dart decelerated to a trundling pace. As it approached, Donut did not look like a normal battered lump of ice and rock. Instead, a thin layer of ice appeared to cover forged scales, some hanging loose like petals, but mostly overlapping and tight. Then a hole, as in a camera shutter, opened up in the surface, and the dart was drawn inside into a dark interior, followed by empty screens. Gasps, yells, and chaotic movement filled the control center as bewilderment and fear gripped the observers, a reaction that ballooned around the entire world. Inside Irene, a Class 1 Nomad Planet seed planter. The little battering dart was held suspended in a force field as it was being analysed. Everything about it, from subatomic to macro-physical detail, was loaded into IRENE's databases and measured. The results were not that exceptional in the AI asteroid's cosmic experience. The creators of this dart were relatively unsophisticated in universal terms. The mechanism of the spacecraft was not very advanced. It was probably an artifact of a poor Level 3 civilization. It deduced a number of details that led it to a conclusion about its home planet's future. Fossil fuel propulsion, oxygen depletion, carbon dioxide and methane at dangerous levels, a reliance on rare, toxic minerals. It quickly traced the dart's source planet, and within a short period of intense information gathering from its perpetual broadcast emissions, it established that warring within its superior species was commonplace. Planetary cohesiveness among fauna and flora was breaking down. A climatic crisis was resulting in fires, floods, famine, drought and disease. There was gross overpopulation. The planet's superior species had become a blight upon it. Back at NASA Control, while speculations about Donut being an alien craft disguised to look like an asteroid had taken hold, ignoring the world's eyes and ears, scientists screamed aloud their fears in an uninterrupted live broadcast. Once again, they were suddenly silenced. The cameras on DART had come back to life, as it appeared to be tumbling slowly out of the maw of Donut and drift away into space, a piece of useless junk. They followed, as it fell away, streaming images of space, with occasional glimpses of Donut growing smaller. And then, on one of those snapshots, was something that intensified the terror among the watchers. A momentary image showed an object emerging from that same aperture in Donut's surface, a sleek, bullet-shaped projectile. For the AI, it was a relatively simple seeding strategy. The seeder set off on its 18-month journey to the deflector DART's home planet. It would avoid the detection of the crude instrumentation of its inhabitants. It would slow to an orbit and then gently descend through the atmosphere before following a round-planet journey, scattering its contents across all the continents and all the oceans before a suicide dive into an active volcano. Where the billions of seeds fell, they would quickly establish a purchase on mycelium networks, the fungal highways that stretch throughout the Earth's ecology. They would flow everywhere and would soon form a complete symbiotic alliance across the world. And then they would enter the food chain, all the way up to humans, either directly via plants or indirectly through the flesh that they ate. Here, in human biomes, they would become dynamic shapers of individual genomes by muting aggressive genes and promoting those that led to a cooperative drive. It was, in effect, a vast vaccination of the human species. Irene sped away on its wandering mission among the stars and was soon lost to Earth's telescopes. In a matter of months, there was a worldwide and uncontested demand for a new, properly effective United Nations. Well, that was Antidote. Like you, no doubt, I hope we, as a species, don't have to rely upon alien intervention to prevent our catastrophic handling of our planet's resources. If you like hearing this story and want to hear more, there are plenty more on the podcast site. Please subscribe and you will be informed when more arrive. In the meantime, if you want to read my stories, my novels, plays, short stories, poetry, you can go to my website www.jacksanger.com, and there you can download for free whatever you wish, or you can make a donation. It's entirely up to you. In the meantime, please subscribe. It helps. And tell your friends. Share with them. That's all for now. I'll be back soon with something new. Bye for now. Bye-bye.